Alright, quick update on Ethereum. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how the Ethereum USD pair is panning out. We're going to be talking about how our prediction from the last video is panning out, and then we're going to be moving over to the ETH BTC pair. Once again, talking about our prediction from the last video and wrapping things up with how Ethereum is performing against Bitcoin. With that said, let's jump right into today's video. So starting off with Ethereum against the US dollar, the first thing you'll notice is this massive increase in bearish volume. Now, volume is indicative of price, volume is predictive of price. As you can see, when the volume was increasing, the price was decreasing every single time. You come back, every time it increases, price decreases, increase, decrease. And in my opinion, we've only really started to move back down to the downside. So this is basically what we were predicting from, I believe this was around about the 26th of May, the last time we made an Ethereum video. I do not cover Ethereum a plethora of times over on my channel, so let's find it. Yeah, it was 6 days ago. I was talking about my $1,000 Ethereum target, and I believe we were sitting around about here, 1,780. We've done pretty well so far. We were predicting this 43.5% drop, call it 44% drop. So far we're down about 13%, so nothing crazy. Definitely no need to celebrate at this moment in time until we do come down to these prices. Now, bear in mind, a lot of people may be thinking, $1,000 Ethereum, this guy is crazy. This is a conservative price target. If Ethereum manages to hold 4 digits coming into the bear market, I would be absolutely astonished. I don't think it is going to hold 4 digits. I think this is conservative to estimate that it would come down from the 786 and then recover, later on into the next cycle. And bear in mind, it's factual. Go back into previous bull markets for altcoins and show me altcoins that held their macros 618 and 786 Fibonacci's. It just does not happen. You can see on this log growth scale, 786 got broken at $306 and we came down to $82. This was from the 2018 bull run. We can look at the 2015, 2016 bull run as well. This one looked like it held up pretty well. These were earlier cycles though, but bear in mind, it is very, very unlikely, and specifically looking back at the last cycle, altcoins just did not hold their 786 Fibonacci, so I have no reason to believe that we would be holding them this time over. This is just my opinion, obviously, but like I said, $1,000 definitely a conservative price target for Ethereum. That being said, we do have a nasty increase in selling volume at this moment in time, and also I would like to say Ethereum is moving like a shitcoin right now. It's moving like a meme coin. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 red weeks in a row now. Even some of the meme coins and the dog coins and the joke coins, they were able to bounce last week and then dump into this week. Bitcoin was able to bounce, and I really dislike that I didn't say that in a fully separate sentence, because by no way is Bitcoin a bad coin. In fact, it's the best crypto of all, in my opinion. However, none of these cryptos look good. They all do look like they want to go for one more leg back to the downside, and this was exactly what we predicted before. We had this mass capitulation below your double 618 Fibonacci between the ranges of $2,000 to $1,900 approximately, and ever since then we've been going on a landslide, just like we predicted. So once again, my price target has not changed. Your last line in the sand is right down here at your 786 at 1,186. Either way, I do think we are coming down for this target. This would be your next move down, approximately about another 23% drop before we do continue the descent and finish the rest of this 35% move. If we also talk about the momentum indicators on the weekly time frame, you can see the squeeze mom is starting to tick back over into light red, which, you can see markets are cyclical. They move in bearish waves, bullish waves, bearish waves. We reset the bearish momentum. This is what it means when we're ticking over into the dark red. It either means you're about to have the trend snatched away from you from the bulls, or it means you're about to have a break before you do accumulate back to the upside. Now, you can see here, it's really not good when you take a breather and then come back. Well, depending on what side you're looking at, you can see here, when we were in a bullish phase, we took a breather for multiple weeks, but the bulls held on to the trend. And because of this, we had a massive shift to the upside. And it's undeniable that this move that Ethereum witnessed from, $350 up to $4,800 was because this weekly squeeze mom was we took our time, we reset the trend, and then we pushed back up in favor of the bulls. We're doing the exact same, but we're doing it in favor of the bears. You know, we reset the trend, and now we're getting ready for that next leg to the downside. So bear in mind, a lot of people are saying altcoins are cheap right now, and now is the time to DCA. People have been saying that for the past 6 months. People have been saying that for the past month. If you look at my channel, I've been telling you that DCAing these altcoins is not a good idea. We should be waiting for trend reversals. And I made a whole video about Ethereum against Bitcoin because, you know, once again, a lot of people think as soon as Bitcoin bottoms, that is going to be your only opportunity to buy altcoins, and you'll need to be like bang, and you'll need to buy them straight away. Otherwise, you'll not be able to make gains. This was when Bitcoin bottomed, so, you know, bear in mind, this was Bitcoin against the USD's exact bottom on the 10th of December 2018, and we've plotted this vertical line over on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So this chart is basically how Ethereum is performing against Bitcoin instead of the US dollar. And what did Ethereum do once Bitcoin had its exact bottom? It pumped for 1, 2, 3 weeks, and then it broke down. What happened after it broke down? So Bitcoin bottomed right here, and bear in mind, I'm not even drawing this from the top here. I'm literally saying from when the exact bottom of Bitcoin was in right here, we continued to move down another 37% against Bitcoin. So once again, a lot of people think your only opportunity to buy the bottom for altcoins is the second that Bitcoin bottoms. That is not the case. What normally happens is Bitcoin has a bottom. If we come over to the weekly time frame, bada bing, bada boom, what you can notice is here was the bottom. Like I said, 10th of December. Why did these altcoins rally for a couple of weeks? Well, Bitcoin went on a nice little, you know, it started the trend. Let's just say that. What happened next was we came back down, and we didn't backtest the lows. We actually made a higher low, which is great. So, you know, from here to here, Bitcoin made a higher low. But what's interesting is you look at how what Ethereum did against the USD, and instead of Ethereum making a higher low against Bitcoin, it made a lower low. And what did Ethereum subsequently do? For 840 days, it literally lollygagged and trends sideways. And throughout this entire multi-year period, if you bought Ethereum anywhere within this range, you know, you would have had, you know, years, you would have had absolutely ages. 378 days below the this is approximately, by the way, 378 days below Bitcoin's all-time low. And you know, you could have bought at the all-time low here, you could have bought it here, you could have bought it here, you could have bought it here, here, and almost here on the back test. So once again, a lot of people think that you need to be buying down and DCAing altcoins because when they start to move, they are going to move a lot quicker than Bitcoin. That is not the case. This is not just Ethereum. Look at what ADA did. All of these altcoins, you look at Litecoin, you look at any single crypto back in the day, Bitcoin bottomed December 2018, it went back down for another low. What did Cardano do? And bear in mind, Cardano was a massive performer in this market cycle. It went sideways for 784 days. So, you know, once again, do not assume that you need to buy the dip down on these and DCA the whole way down. This is just my trading plan. Like, obviously everyone's trading plan is different. A lot of people disagree with me and say, you know, you should DCA altcoins. I think it's ridiculous to DCA altcoins while the Bitcoin dominance is going up. While the Bitcoin dominance is going up, Bitcoin is going to outperform these altcoins. It is in the name. The higher the Bitcoin dominance is, the higher Bitcoin's market cap is in terms of a percent of the total crypto market cap. So you've got the total crypto market cap, right? Out of that entire crypto market cap right now, Bitcoin's market cap takes up 48.3% of that. You can imagine hypothetically if this goes to, you know, 100%, there's no money in altcoins and all of the money's in Bitcoin. I'm not saying that's going to happen. It's absolutely not going to happen. But the higher the Bitcoin dominance goes up, the better Bitcoin is going to outperform the altcoins. So now is not the time to DCA altcoins. I've been saying this for the past over a month now. If you go back to my Twitter, I've been saying it for a month. If you look at my videos for the past couple of months, I've been, you know, saying it non-stop. So be very, very cautious if you're still trading Ethereum. $1,000 does seem like it's on the table for me. And bear in mind, once again, this is a conservative target. This is not backed up by any technical analysis. This is a round psychological number that I believe the price is going to be attracted to. So with that being said, Ethereum against the US dollar as well has just started playing out a massive head and shoulders. So while a lot of people think we're getting cheap prices now for these altcoins. You know, we're only a month down into this breakdown of over a year-long pattern. You know, this was over 12 months worth of data traded in this basically head and shoulders pattern, and we've only been breaking down for a month, so we've got a lot further to go, in my opinion. In the last video, I specifically said I believe that we'd probably come down to the 618 and then have a bounce, and then we'd go down to lower prices on Ethereum against Bitcoin. And so far, you know, we said we were going to go down 29.7% before we bounce. We've gone down like a rock, 14% so far, which is great. Looking at the volume traded on Ethereum against Bitcoin as well, this is terrible. This is a lot worse than ETH USD. This is simply because a lot of people are selling their Ethereum for Bitcoin, or a lot of people were trading to the downside Ethereum against Bitcoin. They're probably shorting it because, like myself, they realize we are probably going to go down to much lower price targets, at least in my opinion. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball, but nonetheless, looking at the data speaks for itself. The squeeze mom on the weekly time frame is heading to the downside. The volume on both the USD and the BTC pair are exceptionally moving up in favor of the bears. I think we've got a lot lower price targets before we have any type of reversal on Ethereum. So that's basically all I've got. Once again, for the love of God, if Bitcoin breaks down from this pattern, and it does look like it wants to break down at some point soon, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but nonetheless, if Bitcoin breaks below 29,500 or 28,500 rather, it's going to have a massive cascade. And if the Bitcoin price is dropping and the Bitcoin dominance is heading up, then that means that the altcoins are probably going to go down twice as hard as you think they're going to go down. So be very cautious. My target for the Bitcoin dominance is 60%. I would definitely not recommend buying any altcoins until we come up to the 60% mark, at least the 60% mark. And then you'd be looking for a trend reversal. So all I've got for you today, as always, not financial advice. Cowboy out. Peace.